Yo! Oh man. Oh, very cool, very nice. We have a stream. And not that late. I'm only 14 minutes late from what I said that I was going to be. It happens. But yeah, today we're gonna do something pretty easy. Okay, we're not gonna go and do something extravagant or just really difficult to make, but we're just gonna do what everyone has done ever on a cooking stream, and we're gonna make pizza.
Pizza time.
But we're gonna make Napoletan pizza, or pizza Napoletana. It's gonna be fun, it's gonna be great. And not only that, but we have a nice Italian wine right here to accompany our Italian dish. Ingredients, not much to say. We have, obviously the most important part of a pizza is obviously the dough itself. So we're gonna be focusing on the dough, which is mostly it's flour, it's water, some yeast, and salt. That's it. That's all you need to make Napolitan pizza dough. We need about half of the pack of the one kilogram, so 500 grams of flour, 300 milliliters of water, and it's easy, super easy. And then other ingredients for our toppings, I'll explain them when we get there. Oh, and we have some apple cider vinegar, so we can put the cherry tomatoes in, to marinate them a little bit. So in the meantime, actually the first thing we're gonna do, we're gonna marinate our cherry tomatoes on with this real quick. I don't really know how much I'm gonna use of this, just enough to cover them. What am I doing? Yes, okay, so first you put your water in your bowl, bam. Second, you wanna dissolve your salt. Your salt is a salt in your water. It's about 15 grams of salt. And you wanna stir this with your hands, even though that's kind of gross, so that's why I'm rethinking ever going to a pizzeria ever again in my life, because most of them use their hands, and I don't know how I feel about that, but I'm the one who's gonna eat this one, so I'm totally fine using my dirty hands with this. Okay, cool. Next, what you want to do is you want to add your yeast. It's not a lot of yeast, tiny little bit of yeast, but before you do that, so you don't want your yeast and your salt to mix together. So what you're gonna do before that is put 10% of your flour. Now I'm only gonna be using half of the pack, so we're just gonna scoop one of these of flour and see what happens. This is just all-purpose flour, nothing special. So you want to do that, and then you want to mix this. I'm gonna move over here so you guys can see what I'm doing. We're just gonna make this, so we make a batter that resembles kind of like a pancake batter more than anything else. So that's what we want to do. I've decided that I'm going to do this properly so I don't offend any cultures while making their food. Psych, cool. Okay, so now that's kind of like a pancake mix. So now we can add our yeast. Now I'm just gonna use 1/4 of a teaspoon of yeast because I don't want this to be, yeah. So you wanna do boop. Okay, cool. Now that we have our mix, we just want to add the rest of the flour, and you want to add it bit by bit, so you don't so you make sure that all of the flour absorbs the water. Okay, so you don't want to add it all in one shot, because that would be bad, because that would mean that your dough is going to be dry AF. Cool. Now look at this consistency. It's more like a pancake now. You want to add more flour. until you have the right consistency. All right, now what we want to do, since we've mixed all our ingredients that we need to mix for the dough. We're gonna remove all these pieces of dough because they're stupid. They're stupid and ugly. So you wanna remove all these stupid pieces of dough, put them somewhere, because you don't need them in your hands. All right, we will flour our working surface. We put our dough on there. We flour our dough slightly. Very nice. And you want to knead this dough for like, I don't know, a few minutes. Cool. We have our pizza dough right here. Nice. Woo! So what you're supposed to do with this big ball of dough, you're supposed to leave it to rest for about 2 hours with a damp cloth, okay? And then after that, you're supposed to cut it into pieces, into pizza balls, like tiny little pizza balls, and let them rise for 24 hours. Now, I've done that already. Yesterday. I did that yesterday night, so we don't have to wait all of that. We don't have to fucking do a 24-hour stream. Yesterday, I made some dough, and I made one tiny ball of dough that I let rise overnight, and then it became this fucking monstrosity right here. I split this into 5 balls of dough, and it just became this. I didn't expect it to rise this much over 24 hours, but it did. So I don't think I'm gonna be using this one right here. So I'm gonna use the one I separated individually for this one. And I'll see what the fuck I do with all these. Yeah, cool. Okay, so what you're supposed to do with this dough, okay? What you're supposed to do with this dough is you have your little ball, right? You have your little ball of dough right here. Bam. What you're supposed to do is about 1 inch into your ball of dough, you go like blah with your fingers, and you go like blah, blah, blah. You push in, blah, blah, push in. You do the same thing on this side. You turn it over about 1 inch, and you go bah. You stretch it. You want to stretch your dough. Yeah, this is too small to make a piece of dough, pizza. So I'm gonna get another one. So the good thing is that I have so much dough here, so I'm just gonna, you know, and do this real quick. Fuck, how do you do this? How do you even do this? How do you even spin it on like one finger? Five-second rule. And now, when you have your dough like this, you want to go like this and put it like this. And I don't really know what I'm doing. Oh, it has holes in it. I don't know how to make it so it doesn't have holes in it. Stop having holes. Now what we need to do is our pizza sauce. That, you know, you can make it yourself. You know, that'd be cool if you can make it yourself. But I don't wanna. We got a nice little spoonful of tomato sauce. We're gonna go like this. We're gonna take our ladle and go like this. Wow. So we put all our toppings first, real quick. Our toppings for a pizza, it's gonna be our basil leaves. You know, take them off the stems. Put some basil leaves in your pizza. Very nice. We have our dried oregano on our pizza. And we also use our cherry tomatoes that we have here. Boop, 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 boop. And I was actually about to stick this right in the oven. So be right back. So now we just wait about 8 minutes. So there's some good news and there's some bad news. The dough cooked all the way through, which is good. Now the bad news is that it may have burned. So let's see what happened. Listen, it's not that. This is bad, this is bad, but other than that, it's not that. Look, it's not burnt from underneath. I'm just gonna taste this, but we're gonna make another one and it's gonna be great. Yeah, that's good.
Rampage.
Look at this pizza. Perfectly cooked at the bottom. Ah! Now, last step of our pizza. Is our mozzarella. So let's take our mozzarella. Oh, look at this beauty. Look at this beautiful mozzarella. And you want to break it up. Oh, it's so creamy and delicious. You want to break it up in pieces. Now we just wait for it to melt a little bit. It's not going to melt a lot because it's mozzarella, so it's fresh cheese. But look at that. That looks pretty good. I'm not going to lie, that looks pretty good. Alright, I'm going to cut it because I can't wait any longer. It does need to wait more, but oh my god, it's so good! Oh my god. I did get a piece of tomato stuck in my teeth, but oh my god. Perfect. Taste test approved. Well, I think that's the end of this episode of Manolo's Pizzeria.